Alright, what's going on everybody? Swagkage here, and welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be talking about Magnet Style, Magnet Release, or Jiton, whichever you want to call it. A nature release Kekkei Genkai that most people would agree is created through the union of Wind Release and Earth Release. It's never confirmed anywhere that Magnet Release is a combination of these two basic natures, but many people cite the fact that Rasa, Gaara's father and the 4th Kazekage, has access to Wind Release, Earth Release, and Water Release. And since the combination of Wind and Water creates Ice Release, and the combination of Water and Earth creates Wood Release, the only possible combination left for Magnet Release would be Wind Release and Earth Release. Anyway, that aside, Magnet Release does exactly what you probably think it does. It gives a person the ability to create, control, and manipulate magnetic fields, though to what extent I'm not entirely sure. Magnet Release is a very unique nature transformation, as it is the only one that's been seen in the entire series that allows a person to turn their chakra into something intangible. While there are other examples of abilities that give a person control over invisible universal concepts, like for example, the Diva Path of the Rinnegan, which gives a person access to telekinetic powers, Magnet Release is the only of the nature transformations that can be categorized this way. Every other nature transformation, including the 5 basic ones, and all of the Kekkei Genkai, involve the user giving their chakra physical form and turning it into an element like ice, fire, water, wind, what have you, and using it for direct offensive purposes, whereas Magnet Release is used to create a magnetic field that turns the user's surroundings into a weapon, as opposed to directly weaponizing their chakra itself. It's incredibly unique in this regard, but as you'd expect, it's very rare as well. In the original manga, the only people to naturally acquire Magnet Release were the 3rd Kazekage, Rasa, Shukaku, and Toroi. And Toroi was famously hailed as Toroi of the Magnet Release, so that should give you a little bit of insight into how rare this nature transformation is. Now, near the end of the manga, and some post-series movies and novels, more users of Magnet Release did emerge. Naruto gained access to it when he became the Jinchuriki of Shukaku. It was revealed in Gaara Shinden that Gaara has access to Magnet Release. A kid named Shinki from Boruto Naruto the movie had access to it, and a kid by the name of Kajura from the same Gaara Shinden novel that I just mentioned can also use Magnet Release. So, while it's not quite as rare as it once was anymore, Magnet Release is still very scarcely seen. It's unclear how a person gains access to Magnet Release though, as the 4th data book states that Rasa learned Magnet Release from the 3rd Kazekage, and it's also stated that the 3rd Kazekage studied Shukaku's Magnet Release ability and did his best to mimic it in his applications of Magnet Release, but at the same time, in the Gaara Shinden novel, it says that Gaara inherited Rasa's Magnet Release, so just like with Particle Release, I'm not sure if Magnet Release can be taught or if it is genetic. In any case, Magnet Release suffers from the same lack of exposition that many other aspects of the Naruto universe do, and as a result, there's not a whole lot to say about how it can be applied. It's applied in different ways by everybody who uses it, though I can say that its various applications are the most similar among the 3 Kazekage who had access to it. All 3 of them use Magnet Release in conjunction with their ability to control sand in some way, shape, or form. The 3rd Kazekage used his Magnet Release in order to control iron and blend it with his sand, which he would use to literally crush his enemies. Rasa used it to control gold, which he would blend in with his sand in order to increase his sand's weight and suppress the sand that Shukaku used whenever he attacked the sand village. Gaara's is by far the weirdest and probably weakest of these applications, as he applies Magnet Release by blending unspecified metals in with his sand, which supposedly increases the density of his sand in order to counter any technique specifically designed to penetrate it. Toroi and Naruto's applications of Magnet Release are completely different though, as Toroi uses it by applying a magnetic field to the various shuriken he throws, and Naruto combines Magnet Release with his Rasengan in order to stifle the movements of any enemies that are hit by it. But yeah, the ins and outs of it definitely aren't explained in depth, which really sucks because it seems like some characters have access to one kind of magnetism, while others have access to another. It really would have been cool if Kishimoto elaborated on all of this stuff, but, well, as you can probably tell if you've been watching my videos for any length of time, he leaves a whole lot of stuff in the dark. So, since there's not much left for me to say about Magnet Release, this is where I'm gonna end the video off. As always, thank you guys for watching the video all the way to the end. If you enjoyed it, make sure you leave a like, and if you're new here, make sure to subscribe to get notified when I upload new content in the future. If you have any ideas for future video topics you want me to cover, leave them in the comments below, and I just might tackle whatever it is you want me to in a future video. Anyhow, hope you guys have a fantastic day. Hope to see you in my next video, and until then, so long. Talk to you later, everybody. Swagkage out. Bye.